Ooh, what are the best strategies for creating and sustaining engagement within the team? For those who know me, know there's a very short answer to this. There aren't any best. There you go. Nice and easy. So, what are some good ways of creating and sustaining engagement? Because that's going to be more useful. Don't look for the one best answer because it doesn't exist. Any question really worth discussing, worth digging into, is going to have many, many different answers. And they are all, within their own context, going to be good. And this is an example of it. So, how do we help teams become engaged? And once they are engaged, stay there? I'm a big fan of motivation as the key, the cornerstone of all of this thinking. Okay? What we need to do, and I'm going to borrow from Dan Pink, is look to create intrinsic motivation, autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Okay? We need to create space for people to have the autonomy, they have the authority to make decisions about how they do the job, not what necessarily what they work on, but how they go about it. We're asking developers, Scrum teams to step up and solve problems that people haven't done before. Nobody's done it before. Nobody knows how. Okay? It's a complex problem. It's in a complex space. So what we need to do is create processes, create environments that allow them to make good decisions based on what they've learned, based on what they know. And obviously, because we come from the agile world, give them that ability to inspect and adapt, to change their mind based on what they've learned. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. You recognize that you could be doing something better. Why couldn't we? So we really want to focus on autonomy. And the role of a Scrum Master in this is, firstly, helping the team understand that, understand what it is, understanding what it allows them to do and how they can maybe behave in that situation. So we're going to be working very closely with the team, particularly in those early days, to create that engagement. And we're going to be doing that by helping them make decisions, not necessarily good decisions, pretty much any decisions in some teams. So many people that I come across, particularly in the corporate world, have had decision making knocked out of them. They don't want to make a decision, they just want to be told what to do. Well, if you turn up and you get told what to do for work and then you go home, it's probably maybe stress-free, but it's not going to be engaging, it's not going to be interesting. You turn up, you do your work, you get paid, you go, yeah, fine, it's not for me. And hopefully it's not for your developers. You want to be working with them so that they understand that they can make decisions, that it's safe to make decisions, and that they have the knowledge to do so, they have the skill set required. And once we've got that behavior happening within the team, it's really keeping that fire alive, constantly knowing that they can change and refresh their process, that they can update the frameworks they're using, the tools they're using, how they solve that problem is theirs. Because once they have that, once as a team, they know it's their choice. It's really a great place to be. Autonomy, then mastery, getting better. I'm sure you, like me, are constantly striving to be better at what you do as a Scrum Master, as a father, as a husband, as a person in general, for me. We're always looking to be better. Okay? And that is motivating. Most people strive to be better at what they do. They have pride in themselves. They have pride in what they do for a living. Why wouldn't they want to be the best person they are able to be? And as a Scrum Master, again, our role is creating an environment where that is not only possible, it's encouraged. We want team members to be thinking, how do I do this better? How do we do that better? Okay, how does our process run better? All of these things, all of the time, are up for grabs. I am a huge fan of taking time out for deliberate practice. It's not just practice. It's not just giving something a go a few times, but really breaking your trade down, your profession down, your art down, and considering each step and how you improve that and trying it and getting feedback, okay, from a peer, from a coach, from yourself, and trying again and again and again, constantly trying different ways of doing that one task, that one little part of your role until you get better. In the coding world, we have coding captors, the ability to write the bowling game is not difficult. It's there on the web if you want to look it up. The deliberate practice is thinking, how do I do it faster? How do I use my development environment better? How do I do it without certain parameters within my language, without certain methods? How do I use the world in which I have it better to do a better job when we go to work, so to speak? Okay? It's very rare in the professional world that people don't take time to practice. Yet in the product development world, it's incredibly common. And for me, it's a strange situation. You would worry if your surgeon hadn't practiced what they're about to perform on you. You'd be surprised if that professional athlete hadn't bothered to pick up a tennis racket in a year since they last played and just waltzed out hoping to win an Open. That'd be ludicrous. Why is it then that we as product developers don't take that time to practice, don't take that time to hone our skills, really master our craft, and become much, much better at what we do for a living? Little bit by little bit, step by step. And deliberate practice has been shown to be the key to that throughout. So as a Scrum Master, our role is really going to be create an environment where people can become better, where they can take time out to try things out. They can have that practice of deliberate practice. The final section is, of course, purpose. I've talked about this a lot, and I do tend to talk about it a lot because it is pivotal into intrinsic motivation. Why do people turn up to work? Our role as a Scrum Master is not to give them that why. It's to help other people understand that why. Are you there because you're working on a cause-based product, a cause-based organization? You can see the good that you're doing in the world, in which case, this is a really easy box to tick. Okay? If you're working for an NGO or a charity, there's very often actual people available to you to see the impact of your work. And you can think, I turned up to work, I did this thing, and ultimately they are going to be better off for it. Great. Wonderful place to be. I love working with people who are in those situations because they are always passionate and they are always motivated, they're engaged. For those of us who don't necessarily work with things that are so immediately impactful, okay, we need to be thinking about what is the change that we want to make in the world? What is the difference that our product is going to create? Okay? Who does that affect? Why does that affect them? Okay? Maybe there's some engagement there. There's the idea of a cause-based purpose. What is the positive social impact we're here to create? And your product could have that, but they don't all. The other side of it is, do you just want to be building the best that you do? Do you want to be able to say, I built that with pride? Right? This is the best one. This is the best word processor on the planet. We built it. Nobody, I suspect, is going to go out of their way and talk about the amazing social impact of a word processor. But as a team, you can know this is the best one out there. Based on our, as a team, as a product, measures of best, this is the best one. That can be incredibly motivating to some. That can be incredibly motivating to many people in our world. Okay? So we want to give them that ability to think and change their thinking and learn and adapt about why it matters to turn up to work. What's the difference they're going to make, either to the people around them in a cause-based purpose or in the fact that they're building something amazing, it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, it's innovative. But that purpose is going to be integral to it. Our role is not to come up with that purpose as a Scrum Master. It's to allow the people whose role it is to come up with that purpose to express it in a way that captures your developers, that captures your team's attention. And if we focus on those three areas, autonomy, mastery, and purpose, then not only can we create engaging environments where teams want to turn up, they want to be there, but actually, as we keep it, they want to stay. We're going to maintain that engagement so seamlessly, so easily, because what's going to create engagement is always going to maintain it.